The Young and the Restless spoilers, will Nikki manage to break free of Claire's attempt to keep her trapped? The Young and the Restless spoilers, November 29, 2023, from Jordan's truth coming to light to Victor and Nikki's attempts, here's what you can expect. The upcoming episodes of popular American soap opera The Young and the Restless feature revelations, truths, haunting past memories, and lots of exciting drama. Fans of the long-running CBS series will not want to miss the episodes. Keep reading to find out the spoilers as well as highlights of the November 29, 2023, episode of The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless spoilers highlights. Jordan, played by Colleen Zenk, finally made the big revelation that she was the sister of Eve, played by Margaret Mason. The moment Victor, played by Eric Braeden, found out, he knew he was dealing with another bout of chaos and craziness. For the unversed, decades ago Eve tried to force Victor to believe that he was the father of her son, Cole, played by J. Eddie Peck. She also tried to kill him and Nikki, played by Melody Thomas Scott, back then. Also, The Young and the Restless spoilers, will Victor, Nick, and Victoria manage to defeat Claire and Jordan? It's a clear case of déjà vu with Jordan going on a similar path to her sister years later. Jordan revealed that Claire, played by Haley Aaron, is the daughter of Victoria, played by Amelia Heinle, and Cole, who was lost years ago and named Eve Jr. The aunt-niece duo, kidnapped and drugged Nikki and kept her hostage. They then lured Victor, Nick, and Victoria by lying that Nikki was hospitalized. Claire and Jordan then poisoned the three of them through water. Regardless of the plans made by Jordan, Victor was successful against Eve before and can do the same this time where her sister is concerned. He is also not one to back down or take threats casually. Will he manage to protect his family? Will Nikki manage to break free of the room she is trapped in? Meanwhile, Claire has her own set of memories to deal with. All her life she has been told that she was abandoned by her parents and her family. Claire was also fed with the narrative that her grandmother Eve was mistreated and that Jordan saved Claire and gave her a life to live. The truth isn't exactly what she was told, as Jordan stole her from the hospital while she was forced to believe that her parents did not want her and tried to throw her away. What will Claire do when she finds out that the truth she has known all her life isn't what happened? Will she change her mind? Also read, The Young and the Restless spoilers, what is the reason behind Claire and Jordan's revenge against the Newmans? Jordan makes a shocking confession and slashes Nick with a knife. Tuesday, November 28, 2023, today on The Young and the Restless, Claire confronts Victoria and Cole, Jordan makes a stunning confession, and Victor finds Nikki. In the lake house, Victoria asks Claire, "What did you call me?" Claire says, "Mother," noting she's big on formalities and they're way past the mama and mommy phases. Victoria asks what is going on and thinks Claire is either delusional, crazy, or a combination of both. Cole also wants to know what's going on as Claire accuses them of ignoring her existence all these years. "You just went on about your life. You have 2 sons and a daughter that you acknowledge. Did you bake them cookies? Did you read them stories at night?" Victoria tells the woman, "I am not your mother." Claire tells Jordan she was right, if you tell a lie long enough it becomes the truth. Victoria asks, "What lie?" Victor only wants to know where Nikki is. "Where is my wife?" "Where?" In the bedroom upstairs, Nikki blearily awakens and imagines Victor walking into the bedroom. She gasps, "Thank God. You have to help me get out of here." Victor says he can only help if she admits she has a problem and asks, "When did you start drinking again?" In the living room, Victor asks Jordan to tell him where his wife is. Jordan chuckles that he has poison in his system and is in no position to negotiate. If he harms her or Claire, he'll never find out what happened to his wife. Victor barks, "Where's my wife?" Jordan tells Victoria that her denials were pretty convincing, but deep down, underneath all of that beautiful hair, she thinks she knows the truth about her niece. "You're afraid to think that, perhaps, you're standing right in front of your daughter." Victoria only wants to know where her mother is at, and calls Jordan and Claire deranged. Victor asks Jordan what she wants. She wants her sister, but she's dead. Nick declares there has to be an antidote in this house somewhere. Jordan needles that it's a big house. Claire says she knows where one of the bottles is, and Jordan knows where the others are hidden. They'd have to convince both of them to let them live. Cole asks why they should trust either one of them. Jordan thinks they want to live, which means you have no choice. Victoria asks Cole if Jordan is his aunt. Cole says it's possible. He only met her a few times, she and his mother didn't get along. Victoria snarks, "I wonder why." Nick tries the doors and they're bolted, so are the windows. Jordan says they tried to think of everything. If they do escape, they're miles away from anything, they'll be dead by dawn. Victor notes she's enjoying this. Jordan says it's payback. She expects they'll start feeling the effects of the poison soon. Victor asks what she wants them to do, be specific. Jordan tells him if he wants to stay alive, he'll have to listen to her. She knows he loves to run the show, but they are merely the audience. Claire collects their phones and says she never thought she'd see this day, both of her parents in one room. Victoria snaps, "Stop saying that." Claire asks why. Does it make her feel guilty for ignoring her all these years? She rants about how it felt knowing they gave her away the day she was born and never looked back. Victoria gawps, "Oh my God, you're claiming to be." Claire accuses her of putting on an act, pretending to just now put it all together, but she could see in her eyes she knew who she was, mother. In the upstairs bedroom, Nikki tells the vision of Victor that they're forcing her to drink. She needs him to take out the 4. Victor croons at her to keep fighting. Nikki can't. It's in her and it burns. Victor tells her she's stronger than the alcohol. Nikki moans, "I'm so sleepy." Victor pleads with her to keep her eyes open, or she'll die. "You be the woman that I know you are." He keeps telling her to fight. Nikki eases herself up into a sitting position and whispers, "Fight. Fight. Fight." In the living room, Claire locks the phones in a drawer. Cole says he's not entirely sure Jordan is his aunt, he doesn't recognize her. What he does know is that whatever lie that lunatic told Claire, she can't possibly believe it. Victoria says, "It's not true, Claire. She's been lying to you, obviously." Nick asks, "What lie?" Victoria says, "Claire. She believes that she's our baby. That she's Eve." Cole says she can't be their daughter. Claire believes it because it's true, "You are my parents, and you're either in denial or you're putting on a show." Victoria says it's not true and she can prove it. If they let her go, she'll show her the records and take her to baby Eve's gravesite. Claire snarls, "That's your cover story. People knew you were pregnant with a child you decided was beneath your family line, so you decided you could get rid of me and get sympathy for it." Victoria says she wanted her baby girl more than anything in the world. Claire tells her she lies so easily it's disgusting. Victoria asks Jordan why she's doing this. Why is she pretending Claire is her baby Eve all grown up? Claire shouts, "You're pretending." Victoria says she isn't. "She died, Claire. I was there. It broke my heart, okay? It broke both of our hearts. Eve existed and then she was gone. This is some twisted fantasy your aunt has cooked up and I don't know why." Victoria tells Claire she doesn't know her parents. She deserves to be loved but she is not who she thinks they are. Claire glances at Jordan before telling Victoria, "I am that sweet little Eve Nicole Howard that you gave away." Victoria tries to strike her, but Claire grabs her hand. "Now I'm Claire Grace and the only one here lying about something is you." In the room upstairs, Nikki hears Victor's voice telling her she's won this battle before, "I know you can do it." He eggs her on to try and get out of bed. Nikki's so tired she doesn't know what's happening. Victor urges, "Come to me. Come on." Nikki stands up and the 4 stand tips over and falls to the ground. In the living room, everyone turns at the sound from upstairs. Nick asks, "What was that?" Jordan says it must be the cat, right, Claire? Claire stares at Victoria, not listening. Jordan forces Claire to corroborate her story about the cat. Nick and Victor exchange a glance. More, Peter Bergman anniversary album. Upstairs, Nikki pulls out the 4 and tells herself she has to fight this. "I am strong," she repeats over and over again. She imagines Claire is there, telling her she might as well get back into bed. "You like the way it feels, the alcohol, don't you?" Nikki has to get out of there, her family needs her. "Why have you done this? I was good to you?" Claire wonders if booze always makes her whine. She's embarrassed for her, "You're still a drunk." She tells Nikki no one can help her. "You're locked in here and you're not leaving." Nikki says, "That's what you think." Claire taunts that she's locked in and nobody's coming to rescue her. Nikki refuses to die there. "I am so much stronger than you think I am." With that, Nikki goes to throw up in the washroom. Downstairs, Claire tells Victoria and Cole that she grew up knowing her parents pretended she never existed. After she was born, they shipped her away because they didn't want her. She was inconvenient to their lives. She wonders if that was always the plan or if Victor and Nikki talked her into it, so she didn't sully the family name. Claire figures Victoria was too busy being a Newman princess, "You forgot that I was out there." She wonders if they think of her when her birthday rolls around. Cole blurts, "None of this is true. Our daughter, Eve, was born prematurely." She was the most beautiful thing we'd ever seen, but so frail. Too weak to survive. Victoria says she died. They buried her, she mourned her. There isn't a day that goes by that she doesn't think about her. Victor offers money to let them go. Jordan doesn't care about his money. All she wants to do is inflict as much pain on them as they did on her sister. That's what I want. That's what we want. Victor declares this is all nonsense. You're no more Eve Howard's sister than she is Victoria and Cole's daughter. Jordan asks, then, how she knows that he took her sister Eve to bed when she was working for him and got her pregnant. Victor says the DNA test proved that Cole was not his son. More, Melody Thomas Scott on what's next for Nikki. Jordan argues that Eve didn't know that, and when Cole and Victoria were going to get married, she rushed back to try and get Victor to stop it, but she got sick and she died before she could. She turns to Cole, that was your mother, Cole, trying to protect you. She hisses that the Newmans tried to convince him that his mother was crazy, unhinged, and unbalanced and better off locked up or dead. Victor asks, you blame me for all this? Jordan snaps, who else? Victor flashes to confronting Eve and accusing her of being after his money. You lie as easily as you breath, Eve Howard, and just about as frequently. Eve tells him, you are going to regret what you have done to me. Jordan tells Victor he's responsible for all of it. Victor suggests she keep him there and let everyone else go, including his wife. Jordan chuckles. She won't let him die a martyr. Eve deserves better than that. Claire explains she grew up waiting to watch her parents pay the price for not wanting her. Victoria will never believe that she's her daughter all grown up. She's dead, she's gone. This is all just a con. Claire pleads, look at me. She reminds Victoria she said her daughter was the most beautiful thing she'd ever seen. If she looks in her eyes now, she'd see her. Victoria tears up as she stares. Cole tells Jordan and Claire they're both sick. They're done. He tries to open the door with Nick's help, but the poison is kicking in. Jordan muses, I'd save my strength if I were you. Victoria tells them they've done what they asked, they listened. Jordan says, everything except admit what you've done. No remorse, no taking responsibility. Eve deserves a lot better. She wants justice for Eve. Victoria says, you're evil. Jordan grins, and you're going to die. She tells Claire that it's her and Cole she's angry with. Her father doesn't deserve this and neither does Nick. Claire says, you all deserve this. Victoria disagrees. Claire asks if she's finally starting to believe the truth. Victoria is sorry, but it's just not possible. Her aunt, if that's who she really is, has been lying to her for years. She feels Claire can't possibly want them to believe that she's the daughter they lost, that died. Jordan scoffs, oh, for God's sake she is. She's your daughter. Cole declares, I was there when Eve took her last breath. We buried her. Jordan smirks, the child you buried was not your daughter. Victoria asks, what are you talking about? Jordan wonders if it's so incomprehensible that she was suffering such grief that she just had to do something to the family that had killed her sister. You took my sister. I had to take something from you. Victoria sighs, what are you saying? Jordan replies, I'm saying Claire is your daughter. I should know, I stole her from the hospital to make your family pay for all its sins. She is your daughter. Claire's eyes widen as she stares at her aunt. Cole tells Jordan, you're lying. Jordan says there were a lot of babies born that day. Sadly, not all of them made it. She lists off the hospital room number they were in. Cole gawps, you're trying to tell us you took our baby, and you switched her with another one who died. Jordan says it's easy when you're in a nurse's uniform in a busy maternity ward. Claire is Eve's granddaughter and her niece, a magical creature you never deserved. Claire addresses Jordan, you told me they didn't want me. That they gave me away. Jordan says they did give her away and they didn't want her. I could see very clearly you were just a bump in the road for them. This changes nothing. Claire fumes, this changes everything. They didn't give me away, they wanted me. Jordan tries to talk her niece around, but she now knows she stole her from them as payback. You said so. Jordan gave her a wonderful life. Does she think they would have done better? Claire blurts, you told me they didn't want me. They didn't love me. Jordan thinks if they loved her, they would have been aware that she was still alive. Victoria asks, how would we have known? Claire tells her aunt she used her and she's done listening to her. Jordan can't believe this. Nick grabs her and demands to know where the antidote is as Victor creeps up the stairs calling, Nikki, are you here? In her room, Nikki hears Victor and bangs on her door, Victor, oh my God. I'm here. More, fatal flaw in Jordan's plot. In the living room, Victoria and Cole ask Claire to help them. Claire says, tell me who I am. Tell me I'm your daughter. By the doors, Nick holds Jordan. Where's the antidote? You're not moving until you tell me. More, Aunt Jordan's bombshell opens door 4, spoiler. In the living room, Victoria tells Claire it just can't be true. Claire accuses her of not wanting it to be true. Victoria says, no, she would want Eve to be alive. Cole says her aunt has lied to her. What she's told her is not true. Claire shakes her head. In the living room, Victoria tells Claire, we held our dying baby in our arms. I would have wanted her to live. This is really painful to think about. Claire says, she said she stole me from the hospital. Why would she say that? Victoria doesn't know. She tells Claire they don't have answers and they can't get them unless she helps them. More, everything you need to know about Cole. Across the room, Jordan breaks free from Nick, grabs a knife, and slashes him with it when he tries to stop her from going upstairs. In the bedroom, Nikki gasps when Jordan appears with a bloody knife and says, just where the hell do you think you're going? Next on The Young and the Restless, Victor defends Nikki at all costs, and Jordan and Claire stand their ground. Updated. Look back on Young and Restless most memorable rivalries in the photo gallery below. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. Missed today's episode? Catch up via Paramount+. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more update news.